Howdy folks, Rob, MaximumRD, coming at you once again from our condo activity room. And I have a spotlight on Coleco, specifically Colecovision happening here. I've been wanting to do this for a while now, as a little while ago I came across a new Facebook group called Colecovision Lunatics, created by one Andrew Morency. I hope I'm saying your name correctly, Andrew. Thanks for creating the group. Thanks for letting me join. And so yeah, that's just a shout out to Andrew. It's an awesome group. Link in the description. If you're on Facebook, please check it out. If you're on Facebook and you have a extra connection or fondness for all things Colecovision, you definitely want to check out Colecovision Lunatics on Facebook. Also a shout out to John Ferguson. He runs a YouTube channel called Stig's World. You may know him already. He's in the UK, but he has been killing it with some really cool Colecovision videos in the group. He's been linking there in the group. Everything from repairs to cleanup to additions to his Colecovision collection, so on and so forth. So, hello John. Yeah, check out the group, check out John's channel, all the links in the description. Now, I've recently been going through my collection, sorting, organizing, finally getting around to it. And you know, I started, as I've mentioned before, I did start on YouTube with this little item right here. I was so excited to receive my Colecovision Super Action controllers that I quickly and hastily, with my low-res camera, threw together a video. And that was the creation of MaximumRD's YouTube channel back in 2008. And I got them boxed. It was actually one of the few items that I've actually gotten boxed during my collecting hobby, which I booted off with these right here. And now we can take a closer look. If you haven't seen these before, well, you know, if you're watching, if you're in this group, you're watching and you're into Colecovision, you know all about the Super Action controllers, which were an alternative to the stock controller gamepad that was included. Really cool, more of an arcade-like stick there. Of course, you've still got your number pad for selecting various options. And with the addition of these functions, these buttons right here for additional functions in super games, specifically for the Super Action controllers, like Super Action Baseball. I believe there's also a Super Action Football, if I remember correctly. Take a look at the box here. Yeah, you got your football, Rocky Super Action Boxing, baseball, and it also came, my collection came with this baseball score pad and some overlays that you would insert into the Super Action controller right there. So you could, whoa, you could drop it. Let's try that again. Where did it go? Right here. You could insert that into the controller, thereby utilizing extra features, color-coded with the buttons that you would press on the handle, on the grip. And yeah, pretty cool. Great controllers, a lot more comfortable to use than the stock controller. And yeah, I took these apart one time. You could check, I have a video on that. I had taken apart these. I had a little bit of trouble getting it back together, but I did. So that was cool. Moving on, I have one of the expansion accessories. Now, you'll notice both of these items actually could probably use a little more cleanup and tender loving care, but here you have the steering wheel, the driving module, okay, complete with a gas pedal, foot pedal right there. And this actually came with it. You wrap this around the cord that connects. It's not a necessity, I don't really know why. I guess it's to keep your cords separate, because you could run the connecting cord from the steering wheel to the Colecovision, and also a cord that was your power for this actual module, because it does actually take batteries, but I have another specific Coleco item. If you want to look, see right there, I do have the fourth one somewhere. These are like fake batteries, something they came out, Coleco came out with PermaPower C-cell battery substitute. So you would plug all four of those in, and then you would plug the power adapter in. I think I have it here. Yeah, that's it right here. You plug that power adapter in the other end, and there it is. That's the fourth battery. There's the fourth battery. It's not in the greatest shape. It's lost the label, but you would plug that in, and basically you could use a power adapter to power this item that takes 4 C-cell batteries. And it was also usable in the Colecovision tabletop arcade units. And yeah, it works, so that's pretty cool. Let's get this back on here. Let's just leave it. Okay, so moving on next, we have the roller controller. Now this I really still need to take the time to take it apart, give it a good cleaning, as you can see. But you would use this in some games that would allow it, like, which one was it? I can't think of the name of it now. It's Snakes, something about Slither. I think Slither, that's it. You could use that for the game Slither. I'm not sure what other games. I actually want to try it with some games that it doesn't specifically mention it's used for, see how that works out. But you could put 1, 2 controllers in there and still have access to your keypad. And it's a pretty sturdy, solid roller controller. So that's really cool. You could switch between joystick, roller, and yeah, I think it could simulate a joystick directions with the roller controller. So, and also I have this, which is a sensor, joy sensor for ColecoVision. This is almost like, no, I wouldn't say in television. It's not a disc. It's not spring-loaded. It's one of those sensor touch type things, like a membrane keyboard, like you would get on the old Atari 400 computer. It was a technology that didn't really do so well. It didn't take off, but it was kind of popular in electronic items of the time. It's actually similar to the bubble keypad here on the stock ColecoVision controller, but you also have it here for the directional sensor. And apparently it looks like you'd have 8-way control. So how well does it work in actual practice? Well, that's questionable. People have various opinion on that. I hope to do a better look at that someday, try it with more games. Then let's see here, I have the, of course, video I did on this, the Atari Max 128-in-1 USB adapter. This is the reason why I actually trade or sold most of my original cartridges, because I simply use this. But, and I feel the people who love to collect the original cartridges, it's better to let them have those. But I did keep this, Mr. Do, because it's the game that means the most to me, and it's in excellent condition, and it's one I will just always keep. And then these are not in such great condition, but they are functional. We've got Parker Brothers Frogger, Donkey Kong. It's a little bit rough, this one here, Donkey Kong. But then I have this Donkey Kong, which is in much, much better condition. So that's cool. These are basically just leftovers. When I had traded or sold all my loose cartridges, these were just sitting around in other boxes and stuff, but after recent organization and inventory, I came across them again. So there's Ladybug, which is a great game to have. And of course, Carnival, another excellent arcade translation. So that's cool. You can look up videos on this Atari Max flash cartridge that I did in the past. Now to my actual systems. Oh, there's my Super Action controller instructions. As my systems go, I have 2 original stock. There's no, I haven't modded them or anything like that, RF. Now this one I believe is in the better condition of the 2, although, no, I spoke too soon. This is the one that's in not perfect condition, but it functions really well and it has a great picture through the RF output. This one, on the other hand, is actually in better condition. It looks better overall, but my RF output, it's a little touchy. It's not quite as clear. It's a little bit more staticky, unfortunately. So, you know, same thing. I need to pry this open and take a look at the contacts and give it a good cleaning and check the switch on it, make sure that that's okay, and maybe I can get as clear a picture out of that as I do on this one. That would be great. And these, no, I don't have an Atom. I wish, but I don't have an Atom in any form, not the expansion or the standalone version, but I do have two of the controllers. And I don't know, I just thought they always look kind of cool in the ColecoVision itself. A couple of the original power adapters, of course, to go, one for each ColecoVision, but one of them, unfortunately, is a little, no, this is the good one. And this one here, unfortunately, is a little rough there. A couple wires poking out. Still works, but I don't know. I may have to, well, maybe I'll just tape it up. I don't know, but because chances are if I pry something open or take it apart, I'll just make the situation worse. So I think it's black electrical tape time for that. But, anyways, and then, of course, this was also one of the first items I ever received. This, I think it was within the first year or two of my channel, which I started back in 2008, but a viewer, you know, who saw my video on the Super Action controllers, he ended up sending me this boxed, the Atari expansion module #1 that lets you play Atari 2600 cartridges on your ColecoVision. And that, that was awesome. That was like the first time anyone ever sent something to me. And you know, I've returned the favor to several people over the years, but it was something that I didn't know at the time was even a thing. You know, I didn't think people even did that. So to say I was amazed, if you look back at that video, and my wife was filming it, and I was opening the box, taking items out, and I was just blown away. I mean, I had wanted one of these, obviously, because I'm also a big Atari 2600 fan. But the fact that somebody would send me one of these boxed, it blew my friggin' mind. So my reaction in that video is pretty funny, to say the least. But there it is, the expansion module #1. An amazing time in gaming history when you could play the competitors' games on the same system just by expanding it. Much like the Atari 2600 adapter for the Intellivision, and what else? I don't know what else did that. Well, you know, various Atari systems. There was the VCS adapter for the 5200, but you know, that's the same company there. So, but it's kind of unique in being able to play a competitor's cartridges on a competing game system. And there was some kind of court battle, a little lawsuit, and some litigation back and forth, but they were allowed to continue manufacturing these. I think it was something in the agreement. They actually made their own standalone Atari 2600 compatible system called the Coleco Gemini. I have a video on that you can look up, but it's also a very, very good 2600 clone. And yeah, I think that was part of the deal. I don't know if they had a deal with Atari to, you know, pay a percentage of sales or something, but yeah, it was a pretty cool time. To even think of that today, like I wish I could plug something into, you know, a module into the PS4 and play PS3 games on it. That would be pretty amazing. But you're not going to see that kind of thing nowadays. But there you go. That was just basically an overview of everything that I currently have that's ColecoVision related. Again, you can find videos, past videos of mine over the years. If you go into my channel, just do a search and search Coleco and see. You'll see a lot of things come up under that. But that's it. That's just a little overview. Pretty rough anyways, I know, but I wanted to do it, get it done, and well, post it in the Colecovision Lunatics group as a video just for them that I made for Andrew and Stig, John, Stig's World, and all the members there over at Colecovision Lunatics. Thanks for having me. Keep playing, have fun on your Coleco hardware. Keep posting and sharing, buying, selling, trading in the group. And that's it. Rob MaximumRD out. Bye for now.